started at the age of 16. We started working at the same time I was doing my studies. And it all started because of my sister. I wanted to be like her. I was like, no, I want to be like her and I wanted to start working, be independent.
From the Garden State, New Jersey, from one mom to another, it's time for Mom's Talk. Here's Avani.
Welcome, Supermoms, to Mom's Talk. I am Avani, and today's Supermom guest is joining us from New Jersey. She has had a very good career in event management and is now running her own business. Welcoming Tina Jumani. Welcome to the show, Tina. Hi.
Hi, Avani. Thank you for having me. I was so excited to be with you here now.
Same here, Tina. You're looking gorgeous, and I love that saree and that color too.
Thank you so much. You made my day.
All right, Tina, let's start off. Let's talk about your event management career. You've spent so many years in event management. How were those days?
They were living a dream. I can go on and on talking about events because that was something I used to really enjoy. And I was glad that I got the opportunity to get into events. And, it was started at the age of 16. We started working at the same time I was doing my studies. And it all started because of my sister. I wanted to be like her. I was like, no, I want to be like her and I wanted to start working, be independent. And it was thanks to our parents that they let us be ourselves. They gave us that freedom to be ourselves. And the first time when I got into events, I was into model coordination. My boss, name was Rashmi Virmani. She gave me this opportunity to work with her. And we used to deal with a lot of models and send them for the ads opportunities, send them for auditions and stuff like that. And she saw, okay, this girl has potential. So she gave me another opportunity to get into events and started handling the backstage. My first backstage event, I can never forget about it. It was the Q&A hair color show. On my birthday, I was being left behind in the boys' back green room. And I was like, where am I? What am I doing over here? But no, it was event. That's what I was supposed to do. Take care, follow the clue and send them on stage, So that's how it started. And then I got the opportunity to work with Show House with Omar Header, which was my boss. And he's an amazing, amazing person to work with. He taught me a lot. And over the years, the amount of chance and the confidence that he gave us, it was wonderful to work with him. We got the opportunity to work with different clients, UB Groups, Kingfisher, Airtel, and you name it, different brands that we got. We used to do product launches, we used to do fashion shows, we used to do marathons and a lot of different events. At the same time, we had to propose certain ideas to the clients, if they had certain budget and we are supposed to propose an event to them, create a property for them. So we used to do this Kingfisher model hunt, which we worked out pretty well. And coming back from the model coordination background, I had all these contacts where it worked out pretty well for that event. And the client was so happy that we used to keep challenging, okay, how many models do you think Tina would come in today for the event? And I was like, you know what, Santosh, this many models will be coming in. And we used to, literally challenge each other to give chocolates. So it used to be that fun. Then we did a lot of more events like Kingfisher Marathon, and we did we used to do Blended Sprite fashion show. At the fashion show, again, we used to see a lot of designers and be on the backstage, do the coordination with the models and stuff like that. See the whole stage coming up at the production and the design and everything. It used to be really wonderful to, be there. At the same time, the boss used to say that you guys are client sourcing, you guys don't need to be there for the production, but we wanted to make sure that we see what we have, proposed to the client and everything is there. So it's like seeing a baby coming in front of you, the whole design and everything is coming. So it used to be wonderful. And after the event, working from morning till night on the toes, we used to get really tired. But you get that sense of kick that, oh, wow, we did it. It was wonderful. The whole team, the friends that we had, we used to have fun after the event. After the event, we used to make sure that we used to go for dinner, whatever places it's open. And at the same time, I used to get the opportunity to travel to different places. We used to travel to Guwahati, Calcutta. We used to have offices in Bangalore, Delhi, Gurgaon, everywhere. So, and wherever I used to travel, I used to shop a lot. I used to like shopping. So I used to make sure that if I'm going for an event, I would go and do my shopping. At the same time, I try to concentrate on my event. So it
Yeah.
used to be really fun.
Yeah, I can understand that you're working with the models, it's fashion, this, that. I think it kind of seeps into your personality after a while when you're doing what you're doing and you're loving it, you
Yes.
love what you do.
Yes.
But let me ask you this, Tina. You mentioned you got into this field at an early age of 16.
Yes.
Um, how was it like? I mean, at 16, usually people are, more inclined towards which college to get in, more into studies. But you were doing both. You were studying and you were living your dream. So
Yes.
how was that time like? How did you feel? How did it went through? Was it difficult for you to pursue this at an early age along with studying?
Honestly, Avni, I think so. It was a great opportunity for me that I am getting a chance to work at this, earn my own money. At the same time, getting a chance to do my own studies. And I would say that I don't think so. Most of the kids get this kind of an opportunity from their parents. Our parents had that much trust. They gave us that much freedom. And we are all three sisters, and they gave each and every one of us their own, go and live your dream. You go and live your life. And we know our limits, what we are supposed to do. And we never let them down. So it was, everything was smooth, everything, it was working in the events, getting one opportunity, starting from the pay of 3,500 to reaching to a lakh. It was like reaching from where to where. So it was an amazing experience altogether.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I can understand that, you need that driving force behind you when you want to do something. And if you've got that, I think you can conquer anything in the world.
Yes.
But it's lovely, how you mentioned you have worked with so many people into this particular industry. Can you share some of your learnings out of being into this kind of an event management field? As a person, how did this experience change you as a person, or anything that you might have learned through this experience?
Amni, I think so, it's in being in events, you had to have a presence of mind. You could say you can have to be a jugadu. You have to think instantly, like, okay, if something goes wrong, what can we do to cover it up? Like we had one of these event which was for Ustad Amjad Ali Khan and Ayan at Bombay, and it was we were supposed to, at the end, we were supposed to facilitate with them for the flowers and stuff. So we completely missed out that where are we supposed to get the flowers and the bouquet that we can give it to them. The whole decor of that time stage was floral. So I was like, okay, everybody's panicking behind. I was like, what do we do? What do we do? I was like, don't worry, we have so many flowers. Just collect the flowers, put them in a ribbon and give it to them. So you had to have that presence of mind, And at the same time, we had one of the event for Kingfish Model Hunt in Hyderabad. Like I remember me and my friend Tanya. So we are supposed to take, when we go to the events, when you do events, it's not only doing events and setting up stage, sound and light and doing arranging everything. We have to take the permissions too, because if you don't take the permissions, these cops can immediately just come by, stop your show and actually rip off the whole stage, which happened with us. In Hyderabad, we were doing this. We were doing this model hunt, and I think so our paperwork was all clear, but it's just that we didn't get the paper that time, and one of our show was completely like the officers come and was like, no, you don't have the permission to do the show. I was like, we already paid the money, but we just don't have the receipt. No, you have to take off the whole stage, The clients are sitting over there, the models are sitting over there, the show is going on, but this guy was not ready to leave the show. He was not ready to leave the venue. We had to rip off the stage, and me and my friends, the whole production team are looking at what are we supposed to do. He's saying, it's okay, let him do it. I think so after this, he just wanted to make sure that what he said had to be done for his presence, and we did that. And once we did that, he was supposed to leave. We ripped off the stage, and the minute he left, you won't believe, me, my friends, and everyone's like taking the hammers, like, tuk, 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 we are trying to build up the whole stage again. And there we go. We had the ramp ready, and the show just went on. So it's just that you have to have your presence of mind and not panic and think, what's the other option?
I thought आपने उनको chance दे दिया होगा model बनने का.
I wish उनको काफी बोला है कि कुछ कर लो, कुछ खा लो, कुछ पी लो, but नहीं, उनको जो करना था वो करके रहे. And I was like, it's okay, आप करके रहिए, हमको जो करना हम कर लेंगे.
उनसे ये कहना चाहिए था आपको वो दबंग स्टाइल में, जैसे why don't you just come in, show us your moves or something like that.
Yes,
just pose, we're gonna make you a big model.
Yeah, that is what, like, you have to face all these difficulties when we do events. So it's not only, it looks everything glamorous on the other side, but there is a lot of details that go in to create an event. So
absolutely.
And we have to be ready for everything. But yes, it was fun. I have like so many of these memories, like I can't tell you, like each and every event that we did was an experience and learning.
So, absolutely. And I can sense it, and now we know what goes behind the scenes. You see an event, it goes all well, but there's so much that goes behind it. So much of an effort. And you know how to sprinkle your charm. So you're great at it.
Yes.
Now, Tina, इतना टाइम आपने इवेंट मैनेजमेंट में निकाला, इतने सक्सेसफुल आप रहे, इतने लोगों के साथ काम किया, इतने कॉन्टैक्ट्स बनाए, उसके बाद में आप यहाँ पर आई. So how did that happen and how did you feel when you left all that?
So Avani, it's a long journey. It's a long story. I would say that my husband proposed me. He was from US when I was in India, and I was like, I don't want to leave my mom and dad. I'm going to stay over here. I'm the youngest in my family, spoiled and pampered. So why don't you shift to India? And poor thing, he left his job because he loved me so much, and I take a pride for it. And I take a pride for it. See, because
wow.
So
absolutely.
So he came down to India. He took up a job in India, and the company sent him to New Zealand. So because in IT, you can't stick around at one place. Wherever the project is, you're supposed to move around over there. So I was like, no, I'm not going to move. You can go to New Zealand. I'm going to still stay over here. I'm not going to leave my job. I've been working since so many years. So then finally I was like, no, I think so. I need to, move with him, try to give a different direction in life and take up, try to look for new opportunities and stuff. Finally, I moved to New Zealand with him, and I was like, if I can get a job over here in events, that'll be wonderful. But get a job in events was really difficult because the kind of certificates and the background that we come from in India, it's completely different in New Zealand. So you have to do your own studies over there for events to get the events job, So I was like, okay, events job is not going to happen. So what am I supposed to do? I don't want to stay back at home. And then I took up a job in Burger King. And Ranjan's like, do you really want to take up a job in Burger King? I was like, yes, why not? There's no job big or small. You have to have an experience of everything that you do.
True. Yeah.
So, and it was a lot of learning experience that side, also being on the other side of the service industry again.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
I'm sure that might have taught you a lot of things.
Yes, it did. It actually did. When we actually order food and stuff, and sometimes when during the events, the food used to come late. Khana kyun late aa gaya? Kyun aap late leke aa gaye? We always try to question them. But when being on the other side of service industry, I faced everything, it comes back to you. So it was a great learning experience over there too. And then met, got to know that I am having my daughter, Ciara, was supposed to be born. And then Ranjan said, okay, when Ciara is happening, I know you're feeling away from your family. I can take up a job in Canada, And this guy was working with HP with 120K. Again, he took up a job for me in Canada for 60K. So again, he wanted me to be happy. And being in Canada with my sister, where it was, at least somebody in the family is close to me. So it was a wonderful experience moving from Canada. Then Ranjan got Ciara was born over there. And when Ciara was born over there, I was like, okay, I want to enjoy my motherhood with her. At the same time, I had this passion of photography, which I wanted to do my studies. I was like, why don't I pursue my studies in this much time that I have got for myself? I did my studies in photography through Sheridan College, got my diploma over there. And I got to learn
a different field.
A different field, and got to learn a lot about photography. And who were the people in front of me? My daughter. So I used to keep clicking her pictures. I used to keep clicking the picture of my sisters and my brother-in-law, and had an amazing experience in Canada. But then Ranjan got the opportunity to come to US. He got a very good opportunity. I was like, okay, let's
Mm-hmm.
move. And I was like, this is a final move. I'm not going to move around again every place that you take me. You had to
Uh-huh.
finalize a place. Then we moved to New Jersey, and that's where I got more opportunities in my photography. At the same time, Sierra was growing up, so taking
Yeah.
care of her. And at the same time, it's like, okay, I have some time for myself where I can take up my photo shoot. So it was a flexible thing that I don't want to leave her alone. At the same time, I can take up my photography, photo shoots and stuff in a weekend. So I got some opportunities to work with TV Asia and, do more family events and birthday parties and stuff like that. Then again, when we moved to Princeton after a year, I was like, the photography, people really didn't have much value about, they don't understand as a photographer that you're putting too much of your hours in editing. You're putting that much time into the creativity. Think about a photo shoot, create a photo shoot, whether it is a maternity photo shoot, you have to think about the props, you have to think about the ideas of posing and stuff like that. So I used to come across a lot of different people, and, it's not about the money that you do it for. You do because you love your work. And people sometimes misjudge that and they try to bargain. And I always tell all my friends, even the women entrepreneurs, and once you bargain, you kill the creativity of person. So go trust them, go with them. And I'm sure they would give you much better what you expect from them.
Absolutely. You have to give them the room, creativity needs their own room to grow. So if you're doing that, you're actually breaking the chain of thoughts, and you're just killing the creativity, as you rightly said.
Yes. So I was like, okay, I just want to do photography for maybe limited. I'll take limited work. And at the same time, I got to know what I was expecting with my kid, Prayan. He was born in 2014. So I was like, okay, I think so it's time for me to just take a little break and concentrate on my kids. And then what happened between was like, I love shopping. I used to keep shopping a lot. So I used to keep getting a lot of boxes from Macy's, Amazon, wherever it is. And whenever we used to travel, we used to again shop. When there was a trip that we went down to India with my sister, it was only me and my sister when we went down. And that 1 week, I literally shopped so much. I went and met with the viewers, with all the people that I knew from my events field, and tried to get as much jewelry and stuff. I was like, my sister is saying, what are you planning to do? You're buying something. I want you to get those things to give to my friends over here. My sister is saying, wahan jaake dukaan khol dena. Maine bola, haan, good idea. I'll do that.
And you actually did that.
Yes, I did that. But it wouldn't have been possible without her pushing, because she really knew where to push me right. So that got the creativity out. That got my photography. I was able to do my photography well, but everything at one place. And that's where Divitiae came in. So when Divitiae came, it was like, okay, I can use my photography. I can, click the pictures. I can do my shopping at the same time, and I can meet more people. I can make more friends. And it was a wonderful journey. That's how it started. And it wouldn't have been possible without my sister, who's in India, who helps me out with all the coordination. And at this, my sister and my friends over here who've always been supporting me and stuff. So it's going on. I can create shoots. I can meet so many people. I can display my product the way I want, click pictures. And
absolutely. I mean, each and every client that you have is a model for you.
Yes.
I think I'm just trying to connect how event management skills have passed on into your business. So
yes, you won't believe, when I get a product, I was like, okay, how do I display this? How do I take a picture? And I was like, I work around with my own creativity. I work around with my own, stuff, keep around things and move around things and try to click pictures. It was not only that. I was like, okay, I have to do something more. Then started doing the trunk shows. And the trunk shows, okay, doing that trunk shows again, giving me that feeling of doing the events, putting the whole events. How do my event will look? How can I do my display? What more can I do for my clients? Try to bring in all those qualities at one platform and trying to use the best whatever I can. Then after doing the trunk shows, I was like, no, I need to do something more. I was like, how about I do photo shoots with my friends? All my friends who are women entrepreneurs, I want to get all of them together at one platform, and I can dress them up. I can work out the creativity and, work out all the ideas. And I used to do the photo shoot with them. One of my, I actually started with Nikki, I was like, Nikki, let's just go. Wear the saree. Let's just go and click some pictures. She's like, are you serious? She's like, chal, let's just go and click the pictures and see how it looks. And that's how it just started. So you need to have good friends. You need to have your family support to make sure that, you're doing the right thing. And I feel that I'm blessed with all of those.
Yeah, and I think the same goes with them too. They have you as their friend. Divitya, it's a very interesting name, Tina. ये नाम का मीनिंग क्या है और कैसे आपने डिसाइड किया है ये नाम को?
So when I came up, I wanted to do something. मेरे को जब मैं नाम ढूंढ रही थी तो मुझे ये था कि मुझे कुछ something related to God रखना है या wealth रखना है या लक्ष्मी, something वैसा करना है, something different मुझे नाम देखना है. So I was like, okay, what are the different words for Lakshmi? What is the different word for wealth? So जब मैं Google कर रही थी तो फिर then I came up with this name. It's Divitiae is a Latin word for wealth.
All right. Okay.
So that's how I came up with this name. And as I told you, I had my Rakhi brother, Gaurav Chandna. So he helped me out to create this wonderful logo of Divitya. And Bhaiya worked out the design. I was like, Bhaiya, I want something unique. I want something this. And he's saying, okay, theek hai, main karwata hu. And then he sent me that logo. And it worked out what I had visualized, it worked out pretty well for me.
Lovely, lovely. Speaking of motherhood, Tina, you have two beautiful children. You have been very successful in two different fields. I would say three. You're into photography as well. We would like to know what would be your message for all the mothers.
Sure. I would say, Avani, to all the beautiful moms over there and all the beautiful ladies out over there, enjoy every moment of life and make tons and tons of memories, because you never know when these little butterflies will grow up. At the same time, you don't forget to take care of yourself. You need to pamper yourself, love yourself, and don't feel guilty, because you need that time for yourself. At the same time, follow your passion and achieve your dream, because nobody can stop them.
That's wonderful. You rightly said we all need to take care of ourselves and follow our passion too, because they are looking at us. They'll do exactly what we are doing right now. So that is very important. Such a beautiful message, Tina. And such a lovely conversation I had with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me, Avani, over here. You made me really comfortable and you're a wonderful host.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Avani from Mom's Talk. Help me spread the word and join me on my mission of motivating other moms by sharing the video. Thank you for watching.